Hey guys, what's up? Hi everyone. This is Ananya, your SST Master Teacher here at Vedantu. So guys, in this video, I'm going to keep it brief to the point and will help you understand about the events which led to Second World War. And I'm also going to tell you about the consequences of Second World War. So guys, make sure that you people are staying with me till the very end because the session is going to be very important. All right. But before I start with the session, guys, if you people are new on this channel, let me welcome you guys to the family of Vedantu's 9th and 10th English. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel and also show some love by hitting the like button. Thank you so much in advance. Alright guys, so let's see what are we going to learn in this particular story guys of Second World War. How Second World War started. That is what we are going to deal in this entire story guys. Now guys, as you know, like in my previous sessions, I already had a discussion on the First World War, like it lasted for 4 years from like 1914 to 1918. All right, when the Second World War ended, it was within two groups. Then after the end of Second World War, there was an organization which was formed to maintain peace in the world, and that was that was League of Nations. All right, guys, League of Nations was formed. The primary objective of League of Nations was to avoid the World War, that is the Second World War. But the start of the Second World War was the end of League of Nations. So let's see guys, what was Second World War? It was within which countries guys? Now people, you guys can see the table on your screen. You will find that Second World War was between these two groups, Axis power and Allied powers. Guys, Axis power had these major countries, that is Germany, Italy and Japan, and Allied powers had these major countries who participated in the war like United States, France, Great Britain, Soviet Union and also Canada. Now guys, as this war was between two groups like we saw in the First World War, guys, Axis power was on the like losing side and Allied power was on the winning side. Yes, so it was within these two groups. So guys, as you know guys, Second World War started on 1st of September 1939, and guys, it was started by Hitler, Germany. Guys, Germany invaded in Poland, and which gave rise to the start of Second World War. Now the question arises, how this Second World War started. What were the causes of Second World War? So guys, let's understand these causes in detail guys. All right, so guys, you can see some of the causes on your screen, and this is a very important question from your exam point of view, the causes of Second World War. Now the very first cause which is given to you on your screen is the dissatisfaction caused by the unjust Treaty of Versailles. Now guys, what was Treaty of Versailles? Yes, after the First World War, Germany was forced to sign the Treaty of Versailles. That Treaty of Versailles was very humiliating for the Germany. Why? You can see on the screen the reasons why Treaty of Versailles was very humiliating for Germany. Guys, they lost their land and they lost their colony. Germany had to pay reparations like it was nearly 6 billion pounds. All right. So war guilt clause means they were held responsible by the allied countries, that whatever losses allied countries had faced in First World War, Germany is supposed to repay those losses. Yes, and guys, due to all these things, we can say that the Treaty of Versailles was very humiliating for Germany after First World War. So guys, Germany actually wanted to take revenge, and this became one of the cause for the Second World War. All right. Now, the second cause was the rise of fascism and Nazism. Guys, already in our previous videos, we had discussed about what was fascism and Nazism. Guys, fascism was an ideology from Italy and Nazism was an ideology from Germany. Guys, both fascism and Nazism, guys, were against democracy and against liberalism. Cool. They wanted to set up dictatorship. Again, this was the cause of Second World War. The third cause which is given on your screen is the policy of appeasement. Now guys, what is appeasement? Guys, appeasement is actually when any country becomes very aggressive. So to calm down that country, what we do, we come up with the policy of appeasement so that we listen to their demands and we try to fulfill their demands. Okay, why we fulfill their demands? So that the disputes are solved and it can avoid war-like situations. All right. So to avoid war-like situation, the policy of appeasement was done by Britain and France with Italy and Germany, because guys, Italy and Germany were dictatorial countries. So, and they were very aggressive. So to calm down those countries, a policy of appeasement was done by Britain and France with Italy and Germany. But this policy of appeasement failed, which again gave rise to Second World War. All right. The fourth cause which is given to you on your screen is Japan's invasion of China in 1931. Now guys, Japan invaded Manchuria in 1931. आपको मालूम है, in spite of the opposition by League of Nations, guys, League of Nations was there to solve the disputes between the countries to avoid warlike situations. And here what Japan did, Japan invaded Manchuria in 1931 and also set up their government in China. All right. Now guys, try to understand. League of Nations went against this idea of Japan invading China, but Japan ignored League of Nations, and here we can say that this was one of the failure of League of Nations. And not only this, guys, Japan also started an undeclared war against China in 1931. Again, this was one of the reason, one of the cause for Second World War. The fifth cause which is given to you on your screen is the failure of League of Nations. Guys, already said in the start that League of Nations was an organization which was formed in year 1920 post the First World War to avoid warlike situations, to have friendly relations with the countries, and to solve the disputes peacefully without any war. Like, all right, but there were some big countries like USA. They were not USA was not a part of League of Nations. Secondly, there were many nations who were a part of League of Nations. They started quitting League of Nations. They started avoiding, they started ignoring the League of Nations, and this is how League of Nations couldn't do anything to control these big nations, and this is how again it led to Second World War. Cool. And finally, guys, Hitler's invasion of Poland. As we know, guys, on 1st of September 1939, Hitler invaded Poland, that is Germany invaded Poland, which gave rise to the start of Second World War. And as we know, the start of Second World War was the end of League of Nations. So guys, these were some of the causes of Second World War. A very, very important question, guys, from your exam point of view. So make sure that you people are reading your textbook also to understand all these things in detail also. All right. Cool. So guys, let's continue with our topic. And guys, this was Treaty of Versailles. Already said you no need to remember these points. Okay. So guys, we will understand how the war actually started, how the events took place between 1939 and 1945. So let's have an understanding on the events of war. First of all, guys, on 1st of September 1939, as I told you, German armies marched into Poland, which gave rise to the start of Second World War. Yes, at that time, France and Germany gave an ultimatum. France and Britain, guys. France and Britain gave an ultimatum to Germany, and in reply, Germany attacked France. So, guys, France and Germany came up with the ultimatum that they said Germany not to get into this war, but still what Germany did in this retaliation, guys, Germany attacked France. And when Germany attacked France on September 3rd, 1939, Britain and France declared war against Germany. Yes. Okay, it was followed by Germany, Italy, Japan. They formed an alliance. They formed a group, which was known as Axis Power. Now guys, if you remember, already मैंने आप लोगों को photo दिखाई थी. Yes, guys, look at this table. So guys, this Axis Power was formed by these three countries, Germany, Italy, and Japan. That was a group. On the other hand, you can see the group formed by the Allied Powers, United Nations, United States, France, Great Britain, Soviet Union, and Canada. Cool. So guys, what happened? Germany, Italy, and Japan formed an alliance, formed a group, which was known as Axis Power, whereas Britain, France, and USA formed another alliance known as Allied Power. And this Second World War was basically between these two major groups, Axis Power and Allied Power. As we know, guys, Allied Power were on the winning side. Now guys, Germany was very, very aggressive. So what they did, Germany started annexing many nations, guys, Norway, Denmark, Holland, Belgium, and also France. Okay? Now guys, the war conducted by Germany in France was at a very, very great speed, and it was also known as lightning war. Guys, the German term which is used for lightning war is Blitzkrieg. Blitzkrieg, guys, it's a German term which is used for the lightning speed or the lightning war. So guys, at a very lightning speed, मतलब कहने की बात ये है कि Germany was very, very aggressive, and Germany started annexing these countries like Norway, Denmark, Holland, Belgium, and France. Guys, it was followed by in June 1941, guys. आपको मालूम है, there was an agreement between Stalin from Russia and Hitler from Germany, and this agreement was betrayed by Hitler, guys, in 1941. How the agreement between Russia and Germany was broken? When in June 1941, Hitler invaded Russia. Guys, in retaliation, Soviet Union also attacked Germany, and Germany failed when Soviet launched a counter attack. So guys, Germany couldn't survive the attack done by Russia, and this is how Germany actually surrendered. Yes, finally surrendered to Russia, guys. And guys, initially, guys, America always followed the policy of neutrality. Guys, what is one policy of neutrality? They never wanted to be a part of this war. All right. Now, what happened, guys? Actually, America was helping Britain and China by helping them with arms and ammunitions. But what happened, guys? On 7th of December 1941, guys, Japan planned a aerial bombing attack on the Pearl Harbor of USA, and this is how USA was dragged into Second World War. Guys, nearly 3,700 people were killed in this attack, and this is how USA was dragged into Second World War by Japan. Right? And finally, guys, in the Battle of Berlin, ठीक है, Germans अब बहुत बुरी तरह फंस गए थे. Germans were caught between British and Americans on one hand and Soviets on the other hand, and Germans were attacked by Britishers and Americans and also by Soviets. And finally, looking at this situation, Hitler, the dictator of Germany, with his entire family and his minister Goebbels, he committed suicide. And obviously, if the leader committed suicide, this was the end of Germany in Second World War. And guys, on 7th of May 1945, the Germans also, the army of Germany also surrendered. And on the very next day, that is on 8th May 1945, the day of celebration started in Europe. Right? And it was a victory of Europe, which was celebrated on 8th of May 1945. So guys, bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Now guys, Japan initially was not ready to surrender. All right. So what happened, guys, on 6th of August and 9th of August 1945, Japan, as they refused to surrender in this war, the USA dropped atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and that was on 6th of August and 9th of August 1945. And finally, guys, on September 2, Japan surrendered and the Second World War came to an end. So guys, these were the causes and the events which led to the Second World War. I hope, guys, you got a brief idea about the causes and the events which took place in Europe, guys, during Second World War between 1939 and 1945. All right. So guys, what were the consequences of Second World War? Let's understand this. First of all, guys, defeat of Axis power. Now guys, as you already know, the war was between two groups, Axis power and Allied power. All right, Axis power, Germany, Italy and Japan, they surrendered, they were defeated. So they were on the losing side, and Allied power were on the winning side. Cool. So guys, the defeat of Axis power. So the Axis power made remarkable success initially, but were defeated by the Allied powers later on. Secondly, guys, after the end of war, guys, on 24th of October 1945, there was an organization which was formed similar to League of Nations, but much more strict with their rules and regulations and their policy, and that was UNO, United Nations Organization. So guys, you have to remember the date of United Nations Organization. That was 24th of October 1945. All right, this organization was formed. Guys, this organization is still functioning. The basic objective of this organization to avoid warlike situations, to have friendly relations among the nations, to solve the disputes peacefully, avoiding war. Cool. Or till date, उन्होंने ये चीज achieve की है. But guys, immediately after the Second World War ended, a new war started, and this was not an armed war, means no arms and ammunition was used in this war, which came to be known as Cold War. So guys, post the Second World War, when UNO was formed, one more war started, and that was Cold War between two superpowers, that is USA and USSR. So guys, before 1990, USSR, it was known as USSR, but after the Cold War ended in 1990, USSR was disintegrated, and the biggest country which came from that USSR was Russia. So guys, after the Second World War, the USA and erstwhile means Previously it was known as USSR, emerged as two great powers representing contrasting ideologies. So guys, both these groups had different ideologies. Like USA wanted to spread capitalism, USSR wanted to spread communism, all right, communist bloc. So basically we can say that USA was from capitalist group and USSR was from communist group. Now guys, because ये दोनों जो ग्रुप थे वो लोग एक दूसरे पे वॉर नहीं कर सकते थे, डायरेक्ट वॉर वाज नॉट पॉसिबल ड्यू टू यूएनओ. सो व्हाट दे डिड, दे स्टार्टेड attracting the countries towards their own side. All right, so guys, यहाँ पे क्या हुआ, few countries started supporting USA and few countries started supporting USSR. This gave rise to the world was divided into two groups, which was also known as bipolarization, right? So guys, there was a state of extreme political tension between these two, but no armed conflict. So there was no armed conflict. Why? Due to UNO. That is why this is known as the Cold War. That's it, guys. I hope, guys, this session was really useful to everyone. You enjoyed this session. And now, guys, if you want to be a part of our vPro subscription, like guys, the sessions which you are attending right now, these are recorded sessions. And guys, the difference between attending a recorded one and the live session. Guys, when you attend the live sessions, you actually interact with your teachers, with the other students, and वो ज़्यादा अच्छा होता है guys, ज़्यादा better होता है. So guys, here every session is conducted live. We complete the entire syllabus. You can download the handwritten notes by your master teachers. We have two teacher pattern. Master teacher will clear all your concepts and doubt. Class teacher during the class will help you with all your questions, guys, with all your doubts. And not only during the class, but after the class also. Like if you have any questions from morning 8 a.m. till 11 p.m., you guys can ask unlimited questions. Assignments are given to you, tests are taken, thousands of micro courses. So guys, there are many advantages of taking our vPro subscription. We have two plans, guys, Pro Lite and Pro Classic. Right now, guys, huge discount is going on. So guys, if you apply my coupon code ADPRO, this 12,000 will come down to 10,800 and that 15,000 will come down to 13,500, even less. All right, how? Link is there in the description box. ADPRO, guys, you can see it is my coupon code which is already applied. If you go through the link which is there in the description box, and you guys can then be a part of our long-term batches, guys. Okay? So guys, now this is the time for homework questions. So make sure that you people are giving the answers in the comment section. So the homework question is, which two countries were the first to declare war on Germany? The second question, what was one result of World War II? So guys, these are the two simple questions for you in the form of homework. And guys, still if you are not a part of VGT, Vedantu's Got Talent, the registration is absolutely free. Make sure that you guys are register to Vedantu's Got Talent. The link is there in the description box and you guys can participate from the category which is given to you on your screen. All right. So it's very simple, guys. Link is there in the description box. Be a part of our long-term batches. And I will see you guys in my next session. Till then, take very good care of yourself. Bye-bye, guys. Take care. Jai Hind. Take care.